What do you want to watch?
Let's finish the episode of Gossip Girl we were watching yesterday.
Okay, cool.
Well, sooner or later, people are going to figure out we're dating. We're not exactly the world's most covert, secret couple.
Yeah, my family is getting a little curious about my new friend, Clyde, that keeps calling and calling.
See, come on, we tell everybody once and then it's done. And now, thank you, universe, we have the perfect opportunity.
Look, right now things are just, they're so good between us. You're right. I'm in.
Everything's gonna be fine.
What is happening? It's really weird.
Well, we've been praying and talking for a little while, and I was just wondering if you wanted to make it official and if you wanted to officially court me.
Yes.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You can go ahead and give him a side hug if you want to. 30 seconds.
Ew, I don't want to watch this.
Wait, why is this censored? This is supposed to empower me. Why is it so? Yeah, that makes total sense.
What you reading?
It's called Along for the Ride. It's about a 17-year-old girl and her summer romance while she struggles with her parents' divorce and her new stepmom.
You know, this sounds horribly offensive. Honestly, I mean, like, okay, 17-year-old girl, what, why? Settle down and get married already, okay? She should be fully committed to a husband. Matrimony, let's hear it, and divorce? I mean, come on, really, are we to believe that marriage doesn't work out in the end for people? Personally, as someone with parents who have been married for a long time and it's worked, I am offended by this. It's not the truth. Dumb. That book was highly offensive and inappropriate for a girl of your age. Try this one of the classics, Waiting for Marriage.
Let's see what it's about. A 20-year-old girl navigates proper courtship with help from her loving parents as they teach her how to have a healthy, happy relationship with God and her suitor. That's nothing like the book I was reading before.
Just warms your heart, don't it?
Hi, I'm Alex Chase. Perhaps you remember me from my last outing on censorship. So, yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake. Cake. Anyway, this time we're going to be focusing on moral censorship. This is defined as the suppression of any subject matter that the public or government deems vulgar, obscene, or morally questionable. Now, I know what you're thinking.
For what? Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in America. I'm sorry. What, is this a communist country or something? No, this is America. This is America. This is America.
Indeed it is, Randy. Indeed it is. Yes, here in America we have this lovely thing called freedom of speech. However, for those of us in AP government class, perhaps you remember that obscenities are not actually protected speech. Profane language on television and in novels, as well as in instances of sexual content, are legally fair game to be censored. However, we as a society have a large impact on what is actually censored, as we have defined the standard for what is appropriate content to release and what is not. Censorship in terms of morality is not solely the doing of Big Brother or other government figures. Although I do believe that in order to keep a healthy and non-anarchistic society, some censorship is necessary. However, I think a quote by Potter Stewart makes a valid point against censorship. Mr. Stewart said that censorship reflects a society's lack of confidence in itself. Censorship of obscenities is at times taken to such an extreme level that it does make one question the publisher's faith in our society and what it can handle. And if you read between the lines on that, it also is a reflection of the faith that we, the people, have in ourselves. Things like your standard explicit language and mild or intermediate sexual content are in reality a fairly standard part of people's and should not really have to be kept away from our oh so delicate eyes. The next part of the argument is that aside from arbitrarily censoring some unpleasantries, cutting down on the censorship of details and real-world happenings could also help our society reflect and actually grow as people. Details and breaking news stories of moral dilemmas should not be concealed to the public. The exposure of stories of violent persecutions or ignorant comments should help us see the fault in our society and mend them. An example being the change in American mindset in the 60s, when they saw the police brutality against helpless African American people on their TV screens. The media and the truth that it presents can serve to fortify the tolerance, the understanding, and the camaraderie amongst the people. Hiding that truth from us does more harm than good. So, in conclusion, it's time that we as a society begin discouraging excessive and arbitrary censorship. Even here in the walls of our school, internet pages that have content that is even the least bit questionable are blocked from our view. Let us show that we have confidence in ourselves as a society, and we can be responsible with the facts that some would push to censor. Let's be practical with our censorship, and even reduce it some. Let's band together to ensure that that doesn't get out of hand. Thank you.